guys, it's Donnie from SpeedTrader, and I am here with somebody that needs absolutely no introduction, all right? Frequent contributor for CNBC, tradinganalysis.com, ski racer, trader. I mean, how many other titles, Todd, how many more can I throw on there?
Father of twin boys, new baby in November.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. Just moved back upstate New York where I'm from. My life is in pure chaos, but it's great. I love it. Just to be like trading and the way we run the business, full transparency. Just throw it out there.
Just throw it out there. Well, I'll tell you what, if everything, as you said, is in a little bit of chaos right now, I got to start this off with a nuclear question, because I know in my heart of hearts that you're not afraid of it.
No.
What do people have to avoid in 2019?
Oh, what a good question. I would say the biggest thing they have to avoid is trying to trade breakouts.
Okay.
I think we just came off 2016 and 17 was the lowest realized volatility in 110 years in the Dow. I'm talking high to low weekly range.
Wow.
It was so low every day, every week the market would charge high. Then all of a sudden we flip, we get into 2018, we get some serious volatility. The model that I follow, I'm a big Elliott wave guy, which gives you context whether we're in a trend or correction.
Okay.
It's not perfect,
Right.
but you have a plan. You have a game plan, and you got to execute on your game plan, because if it goes against your game plan, you know you're wrong. Get out, manage the risk, and move on.
Yeah.
So I think, to answer your question, I think we're in a big range for the next 2 years.
Okay.
I don't think we're breaking up. I don't think we're breaking down. So I think you got to adjust your tactics. I think it's just people are going to try to buy the breakout, get stopped out. People are going to try to sell the breakdown, get stopped out. And as soon as everyone just throws their hands in there and says, screw it, that's when it goes.
I see. So let me ask you this. You've been at this for a while. I know that you were with a hedge fund for a little bit.
Yep.
So, you know what? In all honesty, it could be argued that you have more trading experience than I do, to be completely honest with you. I mean, and I know that just from talking to you. Do me a favor, touch a little bit about what that was like, what your roles were back then, and really how you tied it into, this amazing, massive company that you're running now.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You're too nice. You're overstating it. The biggest thing when you're trading OPM, which is other people's money,
Yep.
is when you step up size. And it's the same thing if it's your money as well. If you step up size, there's a break-in period.
Right.
So I was trading my own, I was 23 years old, trading my $10,000 account, didn't have much money. All of a sudden I'm trading for a $100 million hedge fund. The size is real. And not only that, but the boss, the CEO, had a lot of money in the fund. So I'm trading the boss's money. So when you're dealing, and the size doesn't matter, because money's important to everyone. It doesn't matter. It's all relative. It's all percent. How much of your account is it relative to your net worth? It matters.
Yeah.
So you've got to trust in your game plan. You've got to have a game plan. And if you haven't worked hard enough on your methodology, you start questioning yourself in the trade. And especially if you're putting more size on, that's when your mind really starts to mess with you. So you got to be committed to your plan.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing that I wanted to ask you today,
Yeah.
I have an interesting perch, because I see all of these accounts come in, and I see the ones that become successful.
Yeah.
I see the ones that it breaks my heart to see the ones that blow up.
Yep.
And I try to get to know each trader that comes in.
Yep. And
And I can tell you that interesting people have success with trading.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is, like, we have a female trader right now. She's a visual artist.
Oh, interesting.
She's killing it right now. And I think that's her perspective.
Interesting.
Athletes
Yeah.
are good at discipline.
Yeah.
You were a Division I athlete. You just did an amazing presentation inside at Chart Summit. Can you give us the Reader's Digest version on what you were talking about?
Sure. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I was a ski racer in upstate New York, and I competed at the Division I level, and just it's an individual sport, just like trading, And when you get it, if you watch a World Cup race at the Olympics, you see these girls and guys doing 50, 60, 80 miles an hour in the gate.
Yeah.
You can't, at that speed and as fast as the poles, which are called gates,
Yeah.
are coming at you, you can't assimilate all that information. You've got to have so much on autopilot.
Wow.
At the speeds they're going.
Yeah.
That the inspection process ahead of time is key to a ski race. They spend hours going over the game plan. They side slip down the course. You don't see that on TV.
Really?
They're coming up there. I mean, they've got the whole course memorized. They visualize at the top of the course doing this. Because inevitably, when 20, 30, 40 skiers go down, the course starts to change. The sun shifts. There's
Yeah.
new variables that pop up.
Wow.
And you need to be dialed into your game plan, so it's automatic. When there is a variable that pops up, you say, "Oh, that's different. I need to account for that." A trade is no different.
Okay.
I think 80% or 90% of a trade needs to be done before $1 goes into the market, because when $1 goes into the market, regardless of how much money it is,
Yeah.
your mind starts going, and that's when you start, your emotions start taking over, you start deviating from the plan, you make bad decisions, you pull your stop loss, increase size, like that's when bad things happen. So you gotta have a plan ahead of time. And I hate to say it, I know your position, Todd, but I want my people to trade less. I actually worked at a brokerage firm, wrote a research report, but also traded on the hedge fund. And I would always say, trade less, be more determined, be more deliberate in where you're trading, command good prices.
Yeah.
Because when you get a good price, you're in a position of power. Trade less, and you're gonna be in the game longer.
I
You're gonna
couldn't
make
agree
more
more.
money.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I want to see people be successful. A lot of times I do see people that overtrade.
Yep.
And at that point, there's a barrier that I have to follow between broker and advisor.
Yeah.
And I have to have, the talk of, listen, I can't tell you what to do.
Right.
I can never tell you what to trade or whatever. But that's good to hear you say that.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I want to see people profitable.
And you want to keep customers longer. You want to keep
That's
them.
it.
You want
Yeah.
to see them be successful. And I firmly believe overtrading is the quickest way to not be successful.
100%. 100%. Well, listen, I can't thank you enough. How can our traders find you?
Sure. My website's tradinganalysis.com. I'm on CBC 2-3 times a week. Check that out. I do a YouTube show, weekly show Wednesday, which is getting some pretty good momentum, some traction. YouTube Todd Gordon, and any of these cool events. Hopefully next year we'll see you back.
That's fantastic. Oh, we're definitely coming back next year. 100%. Guys, again, it's Don from SpeedTrader, and as per usual, I wish you the very best of luck in the markets. Take care.